So we are going to start our fourth chapter of geography, that is agriculture. Okay, and in this chapter we are going to discuss various activities that we are having: primary activity, secondary activity and tertiary activity. And after that we will discuss about the type of your culture, or we can say agriculture, where I am sericulture, pisciculture, viticulture, horticulture. Okay, and after that we will discuss the types of farming. So let's discuss the types of activities. First activity which we are having is primary activity. बच्चे everybody mute yourself. ठीक है, primary activities means activity which are connected with the extraction and production of resources. Okay, production of natural resources. Those activities are called primary activities. Mainly our agriculture, mining, fishing, all these activities are a part of included in primary activities. Okay, means when we are producing raw material na, so raw material we are getting from the primary activity only. After that we are having our secondary activity. Secondary activity are the activity when we are converting our raw material into finished product. That is your secondary activity. We are converting our raw material into a finished product with the help of factories, machinery and industries. Okay, so a proper process of converting a raw material into finished product is included in the secondary activity. By example, I would like to discuss with you that we are having cotton. We produce cotton, and production of a cotton is included in the primary activity. But when we are converting that cotton into a thread, after that we are converting that thread into a cloth. Okay, so that is a part of your secondary activity. Okay, when we are converting a raw material into a finished product. So when we are converting cotton into thread and then it's to in a cloth, so that is your secondary activity. Next we are having tertiary activity. Okay, and tertiary activity, in this activity we are not producing anything. Okay, this sector is related to the services. Tertiary sector we called it, service sector. Okay, so tertiary activities are included our service sector. By taking example, let's see, we are having a banking facility, banking services, we are having insurance, we are having transportation. So these are the example of tertiary sector. Okay, let's assume that you are having a factory and your product is ready to use. Now you want to transfer that product to the customer. Fine, how you will do that? You will do it with the help of the transport na. So when we are providing transportation facility, so it is not a type of good which we are producing. The already good which we have already produced. Now we are providing that goods to customers. So बच्चे वेट एक सेकेंड, मम्मी चाची फोन कर रही है, माजी को बोलो चाची बुला रही है, माजी 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 रोशनी. Yes बच्चे, so when we are providing that services, that comes under the tertiary sector. Like that only, if you want to grow something, yes, we can say that if we want to grow something on our land but we don't have money for that, so we want to take loan from the bank now, or for secondary activity also, if we don't have sufficient amount to purchase any machinery or to set up our own industry or factory, so we are taking loan from the bank. So what bank is providing us? Bank is providing us its service. Bank is not providing us any raw material or any kind of good. So banking is also included in the tertiary sector. Okay, next there is another example of tertiary sector is insurance. If you think that because of heavy rain or because of any other natural calamity, your crop can be destroyed in future. So what you can do, you can take help of the insurance to cover your loss na. So that insurance is also comes under the tertiary sector. So like this, all the services included in the tertiary sector. So now we are having we discussed main three activities: primary, secondary, tertiary. In primary industry, we are growing our crops as a raw material. In secondary, we are converting that particular raw material into a finished product with the help of the factory or industry or machinery over there. Last activity is your tertiary activity, which is basically your service sector, where we are providing services like we are providing transportation services, we are providing banking services, insurance services, and many more services. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Now we will discuss some important terms related to the agriculture, and these are important for your NTSC exam also. And the first term is your agriculture only. What do you mean by agriculture? Growing crops, or you can say art of cultivation on soil and raising crops. Okay.
Ma'am, growing. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Mayank, you want to answer?
Ma'am, growing crops on a large scale is called.
Yes, growing crops on a large scale is called agriculture. Very good. Next we are having sericulture, rearing of silkworm for commercial purpose. That is your sericulture. ठीक है? Next you are having pisciculture. Pisciculture means breeding of gill fish in specially constructed tanks and ponds. Okay, breeding of fish is comes under pisciculture. But all these activities are included in your primary activity only. Okay, if we are rearing silkworm, so it is also a raw material to for the production of silk. Okay, we are producing silk from the silkworm na, and when we are rearing silkworm for commercial purpose, it also comes under the primary activity only. Fine. Fishing, I already told you that fishing is also a part of your primary activity. Then next we are having viticulture. What is viticulture? Cultivation of grapes. Cultivation of grapes is called your viticulture. Last one is your horticulture. What is horticulture? In the horticulture, we are cultivating fruits, plants, vegetables, including flowers. ठीक है? When we are growing all these things on a one piece of land only, you called it horticulture. Cultivation of vegetable, flowers, and fruits for commercial use. What do you mean by commercial use? Means you are growing them for earning profit. You are selling them in the market to earn a good profit. Okay, that is called your commercial use. I hope points are clear to you. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine, bache. Next we are going to discuss our farm system. Farm system is a very easy system. Okay, we are having input, then we are having proper processing of that, and after processing we'll get our output. Okay, so what is input over here? Yes, we will divide input into two parts. One is your physical input, another one is your human input. Okay, physical input is your rainfall, sunshine, temperature, okay, and the you can say fertility and the texture of the soil. These are your physical input. Yes, Sejal, page number 42 beta. Okay, page number 42. So these are your physical inputs. What are the human inputs? Mean human efforts are involved over there. You are having your storage. You want labor. If you are having a large, if you want to do agriculture on a large scale, then you want labor. Without labor, it's not possible. After that, you are having machinery, like you are having cultivator, you are having tractor, and after cultivation and for the harvesting, you can use your combine machine and thresher also. So these are the machines. Next we are having chemicals. Okay, chemical fertilizers are also used for the better growth and to increase the fertility of the soil. So these are the human inputs. You are having proper computer system now. What is the system? What is computer system? Input, process, output. Okay, the same process you are having in farm system. You are having input, means you are having raw material. You are having proper processing of that. You are having plowing, sowing and spraying of chemical fertilizer. After that you are having your output, means a proper crop which you will get, and the productivity which you will get from that particular field is comes under output. So this is a proper process, that what is a farm system. Input is also divided into two parts, physical input and human input. After that you are having process. After that, after process you will get your output, or you can say your crop. Okay beta, so I hope it is clear. Next we will discuss types of farming. So according to your syllabus, we are having two types of farming. One is your subsistence farming, another one is your commercial farming. Okay, subsistence farming is practiced on a small piece of land, and commercial farming, as the name suggests, commercial purpose, means we are practicing that on a large scale, that we want a crop for selling purpose, which we want to we want to earn a good amount as a profit from that. Okay, so that is our commercial farming. First we will discuss about the subsistence farming. Okay, subsistence farming is a your farming in which this to meet the need of farmers family. आप उसमें इतना ही प्रोड्यूस करते हो that it will be sufficient for your family only. Okay, here you are not producing anything extra. Okay, traditional methods are used in this type of farming. We don't have you don't have any latest technology equipments. Okay, so this is your subsistence farming. Next we are having commercial farming. Sorry, we are having parts of subsistence also, intensive and primitive. Intensive, what happened in intensive? The farmer cultivate a small plot of land using simple tools and labors. The meaning which we discuss in subsistence will come under your intensive subsistence only. Okay, both the terms are same. Now it's time to discuss primitive subsistence agriculture, and in this type of agriculture we include shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. What do you mean by shifting cultivation? Shifting cultivation means when you shift from one place to the another place, and the place where you settle down, you clear that particular area. Okay, and over there you slash and burn agriculture भी आप इसे बोलते हो. You clear that particular area, then you cultivate it, और उसके बाद आप वहाँ पे कोई भी अपनी वो जो crop है, you are growing that particular crop, and when the land lose its fertility, then you shift to any another place. You clear that particular area where you are going to settle. Again the same process is going to happen over there only. Slash and burn, you are burning extra जो भी आपका grass या trees वहाँ पे होता है. Then you are cultivating that land, and after that you are growing your crops over that particular land. Again the same method will be followed. You are shifting some another place when the particular land loses fertility. Okay, so that's why it is called shifting cultivation. And shifting cultivation is also having its different name in the different country. Okay, like you are having jhuming. Okay, market important. Mayank bache, please mute yourself. Jhuming cultivation in northeast, it is called jhuming. Okay, in Mexico it is called milpa, called coca, and in Malaysia it is called ladang. It is important from the NTSC point of view also. Fine bache. Next we are having nomadic herding. Nomadic herding is practiced in semi-arid or arid region of Sahara, Central Asia and some part of like Rajasthan and Jammu Kashmir. In this type of farming, herders men move from one place to another with their animals for fodder and water along defined routes. Means, by taking example that if we are having, okay, and these nomads also rear cow, buffalo for milk product. They also rear goat and sheep for wool purpose. Okay, so what they did, they also having their livestock like horse vagera. Okay, so from these animals they are obtaining raw material, and when they sell this raw material in the market, they get a good amount as a profit from that. Okay, nomadic herding, they settle at a one place. They use all the natural resources over there, that they use fruits and vegetables from that particular area, and most of the time they settle at the nearby area which is having a good flow of water. Means it can be a river around it, or it can be any well around it, so they can easily get water from there. Okay, and when all the resources are exhausted from that particular place, so they shift to the another place with their animals only. Okay, and from the nature they are getting their fruits and vegetables, and by rearing those animals and selling their raw material, like we are having wool from the sheep, they are selling that wool in the market and earn a good amount of profit. Okay, so nomadic herding, they are rearing animals and they are getting profit, they are earning profit from that particular thing only. Okay, clear to you? Okay, last but not the least, we are having commercial farming. In the commercial farming, we are practicing it on a large amount of a land. We are practicing it on a large piece of land, and we are not only growing that crop for our family, we are growing that crop for commercial purpose. Okay, for commercial purpose means, थोड़ी देर के लिए जाओ यहाँ से.
Ma'am, earn money.
सॉरी बच्चे, सॉरी फॉर द डिस्टर्बेंस. Yes, bache. Commercial farming means we are growing any crop on our land for earning profit. Okay, we are selling that in the market and earning a very good amount of profit. Okay, that is your commercial farming. Okay. Next we are having mixed farming. Mixed farming means we are growing crops on lands, and we are rearing our livestock also. Livestock means animals also. आपने सुना होगा, when we are growing anything, when any person is growing anything on their field, simultaneously they are having a dairy farming also. ठीक है, उनके पास बहुत सारे खेत भी हैं जिसमें वो अपना जो भी क्रॉप है वो कमर्शियल पर्पस के दे आर ग्रोइंग, एंड अलॉन्ग विद दैट दे आर हैविंग देयर डेयरी फार्मिंग ऑल्सो. इन दैट दे आर रियरिंग their cows and buffaloes and milk product from that. Okay, so this is mixed farming. Okay, when you are growing crops on your land, and along with when you are rearing your livestock including horse, cow, buffaloes. Okay, clear to you? And generally it is practiced in Europe, Eastern USA, Argentina, Southern Australia, New Zealand and South Africa. Okay, next topic which we are going to start is plantation. This is your last topic for today's class. And plantation is also a type of commercial farming where single crop like tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashew nut, rubber, banana and cotton are. Okay, have you ever seen rice? राइस देखा है आपने कभी? हाउ वी ग्रो राइस? राइस वो वाला राइस नहीं जो आपके घर में मम्मा किचन में बनाती है, वो वाला राइस नहीं. दैट द प्रॉपर प्रोसेस ऑफ ग्रोइंग राइस. नो, व्हाट हैपन इन दैट, दिस इज this is the example of plantation only, that first we are growing that rice on a small piece of land. ओके, छोटे से प्लांट पे हमने बहुत सारे राइस क्या किए, ग्रो किए, एंड व्हेन इट स्प्राउट एंड बिकम अ प्लांट, छोटे छोटे प्लांट जब बने, सो वी डू प्लांटेशन ऑफ दैट इन सम अनदर लैंड, जहाँ पे वेयर वी वांट ना कि वो यहाँ पे ही ग्रो हो. तो जो भी आपके लैंड्स हैं, जो भी आपके खेत है, वहाँ पे आपने क्या किया, यू आर प्लांटिंग दैट ओवर देयर ऑन सम डिस्टेंस. ओके, स्टार्टिंग में जब आपने उसको सोइंग की थी, उसकी स्मॉल पीस ऑफ लैंड पे ही आपने इकट्ठा बहुत सारा सोइंग उसकी कर दी थी. ओके, एंड व्हेन दे बिकम अ स्मॉल प्लांट्स ना, व्हेन दे ग्रो अप, तो आपने वहाँ से उठाया और जो भी आपका लैंड है वहाँ पे डिस्टेंस पे, जैसे एक प्रॉपर आपकी जो ग्रोथ होती है किसी भी क्रॉप की, आपने उसका प्लांटेशन वहाँ पे किया. आफ्टर दैट यू आर प्रोवाइडिंग इट प्लेंटी ऑफ वाटर. ओके, सो दिस इज द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ प्लांटेशन ओनली. सो इस तरीके से आपका प्लांटेशन होता है. ओके, एंड वी ऑलरेडी डिस्कस सिंगल क्रॉप लाइक टी, कॉफी, शुगर केन, कैशू नट, these all are grown up with the help of this plantation only. Okay बच्चे, yes. And rubber in Malaysia, coffee in Brazil, tea in India and Sri Lanka. These are some example of plantation agriculture. So this was all about your today's class. Okay, we will continue this chapter in our next class. Okay, thank you so much everybody for this nice class.